We are from Bachelor of Science in Development Communication 2A. Here we are informed of all of you to discuss the demographic transition, wherein it is a fascinating concept that shapes our world. Let us chat about how demographic transition is playing out around the world and what it means for the future. Let us interview some people here at our school to ask them about their understanding of demographic transition and how does it affect as the economics change in the country. What is your own understanding in the concept of demographic transition? Ano ang iyong pagkakaunawa sa demographic transition?
So, yung demographic transition, it is refers doon sa pag-shift ng high birth and death rate sa ating society, and it reflects kung paano nagbabago yung economic and social development when it comes sa population dynamics.
Thank you for that wonderful answer. Now, let us discuss it thoroughly. The concept of demographic transition refers to the shift from a society with high birth and death rates to one with low rates. This model typically involves 4 stages: pre-industrial, transitional, industrial, and post-industrial. It reflects how economic and social development can lead to changes in population dynamics. This table documents the birth rate, death rate, growth rate, and stage of the country in a demographic transition model. The country with the highest birth rate from 1990 to 2018 is Somalia, while the lowest is Germany. In terms of death rate, Somalia also ranked the highest while Colombia is the lowest. Somalia also ranked with the highest growth rate and Germany with negative rate of growth. The USA together with UK is on the stage 5 of demographic transition model, while Bangladesh, Colombia, Bolivia, and Somalia is in between stage 4, 3, or 2.
The table above shows the status of freshwater and land use in the countries USA, Bangladesh, UK, Germany, Colombia, and Bolivia, wherein it showcases the data of the land used for agriculture, amount of irrigated land, percent of the nation working in agriculture, freshwater resources, domestic water use per capita, problems, population growth below the poverty line, and calories consumed in each country. To sum it up, the table shows that a nation's agricultural resource, water availability, and economic health are closely related. Furthermore, a greater area is under irrigation in the countries like the US and Germany, and a smaller percentage of laborers are employed in agriculture. On the other hand, Somalia suffer from the scarce of water supplies. A substantial rural labor population and elevated levels of poverty.
Ano-ano ang mga pangunahing sanhi na nagtutulak ng pagbabago sa demograpiko ng isang bansa?
So first, since 'di ba, nasa 100 millions ang population ng Pilipinas, and merong mga parts sa Pilipinas or municipalities, barangay na sobrang congested. I think one of the reasons why is lack of family planning, and also in order to ameliorate that kind of situation, I think we have to invest in, syempre, education, to educate ourselves. Pero so far sa nakikita ko, especially in the millennials, I'm not generalizing, parang mas prefer nung iba na wag muna mag-anak, not unless stable na sila. So I think that affects as well the demography of a country or a certain community.
The causes of demographic change include advancements in healthcare, which reduce infant mortality rates, increased urbanization that often leads to smaller family sizes, and shift in societal values such as the preference for smaller families and delayed childbearing. These factors like healthcare improvements, economic development, education, urbanization, family planning, and cultural shifts cause demographic transition in a country, including the Philippines. These factors interact to shape the demographic profile of a country over time, moving it through different stages of the demographic transition model.
Paano nakaka-apekto ang mga pagbabago sa demograpiko sa ekonomiya ng isang bansa?
So first off, kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng pagbabago sa demograpiko ng isang bansa, syempre, pagdating sa product and services, nagbabago rin. For instance, kapag mas marami ang matanda sa ating demographic, ang tendency mas naghahanap sila ng mga health services. Kapag naman mas bata, ang mga needs nila ay inclined when it comes to education.
For the third question, how do demographic changes affect a country's economy? Demographic change can affect the economy by altering the labor force composition, changing the demand for various products and services, and potentially impacting economic growth. For instance, an aging population may increase the need for healthcare services, while a younger population might boost demand for education. Based on the demographic transition model, as a country's advance, population figure will change. Early on, slow population growth is caused by high birth and death rates from unplanned pregnancies, infant mortality, and inadequate healthcare. However, birth rates continue to be high while death rates decline with economic and social development. The following stages see a slowdown in population increase due to urbanization, family planning, and education. The demographic transition depicted on this diagram has been facilitated by technologies such as harvesters and agricultural machinery, which have reduced the labor force required to cultivate food, improve healthcare and availability of medicines and culturing illnesses, and increasing access to education for women, which has decreased death rates and eventually birth rates in many nations. Science, engineering, and technology impacted the development of countries to move them into a different stage of the model through the way it developed new industries, create jobs, and improve the standard of living for their citizens. Moreover, it promotes improved living standards, economic expansion, and ultimately a shift through the model's several stages of the demographic transition.
Maaaring maging epekto ng demographic transition sa pangangailangan at iba pang yaman ng isang lugar.
So, wait, meron ako. Ang sagot ko lang din is, yung demographic transition, maaari siyang, marami siyang pwedeng itulong at makakapekto sa atin. Yung in fact, or yung pwede natin maging, disadvantage at disadvantage and advantage. Halimbawa na lang sa advantage nito is, sa demographic transition, maaari tayo magkaroon ng maraming resources, tapos mga labor, ano pa man. Tapos sa disadvantage naman ito, since dito ay sa ano tayo, population. Habang dumadami yung population natin dito, so syempre yung resources natin mas marami ang kailangan natin. Tapos sa global warming tayo. Once na madami yung population natin dito, yung global warming natin naapektuhan. Alam mo na yung sa mga tao. Tapos saan ba dito? So nabanggit ko na yung labor, ano? So pag overpopulation tayo, syempre yung labor nito is napapadali. Especially yung mga trabaho na napapadali siya. Imbis na yung isang buwan ng trabaho, magiging na lang 2 weeks to 3, mga ganun lang siya. Tapos, sa agriculture. Pag sa agriculture naman, siguro dahil sa labor na yan, sa mga labor, pwede na rin tayong magawa ng sarili nating agriculture, tapos makapalawak pa natin yung mga land natin. Tapos, sa resources, dahil sa mga resulta ng mga ginagawa nilang ganoon, magkakaroon tayo ng maraming resource. Kagaya na lang ng pagkain, sa tubig siguro, tapos iba pa mga, yung sa invention. Pag marami tayong labor or overpopulation tayo, siyempre madami dyan magkakaroon ng, ano ba to, tamang term doon. Yung mauutak na lang. Yung mauutak na kung saan makakapag-isip sila na pwedeng i-invent nito para mapadali yung trabaho ng isang tao or para mas mapadali yung buhay natin. Tapos, saan pa ba tayo? Technology innovation. Saan ba? Siya na dito yung water scarcity, talent usage, population, economic impact. Economic impact. Yun ang sinasabi, yung kagaya sa economic impact, Sa economic impact naman, once na marami tayo tapos marami yung resources natin, syempre yung economy natin lalago dahil sa kanila. Tapos, ito ba to? Increase food and demand, okay na to. Resource allocation, okay na to. Health and nutrition, di ako sigurado dito. Rapid population security. Hanggang ilang minuto? Okay na. Sige, hanggang na lang.
For the first question, what effect might the demographic transition have on the needs and other resources of an area? The effects of demographic transition on food and resource demand can be significant. As the population grows and the transitions, the demand for food and other resources increases, which can put pressure on natural resources and necessitate more efficient production and distribution methods. Additional information: the demographic transition in the Philippines can have several effects on food and resources because there will be an increase in food demand, resource allocation, land use or pattern will change, water scarcity, food security challenges, economic impact, and health and nutrition. It can also affect land use, housing and infrastructure or the urbanization, climate change interactions, and policy planning. These effects of demographic transition highlight the need for strategic planning and sustainable practices to ensure that the Philippines can meet the challenges of demographic transition.
Anong mga hakbang o solusyon ang maaaring ipatupad upang matugunan ang mga hamon na dala ng demographic transition?
Para sa akin, ang tinitingnan ko dyan ay yung technological innovation. Kasi kung titingnan natin yung trend ngayon, ang isa sa kailangan talaga na palakasin ay yung technology and innovation kung sakali man. Kasi sa lahat ng aspeto, yun na yung trend sa ngayon, sa kahit anong field ng education.
For the last question, what measures or solutions can be implemented to meet the challenges brought by demographic transition? So that's a good answer, but aside from the given solutions provided by them, the people we interviewed, we also list some possible solutions to address the challenges of demographic transition. These include implementing sustainable policies that balance growth with environmental conservation, strengthening family planning programs to help manage population growth, and investing in renewable energy and green technologies to ensure a sustainable future. To address the challenges brought by demographic transition, we can take several steps and implement solutions that focus on sustainable development and social welfare. It is important that we invest in education, promote family planning, strengthen our healthcare systems, diversify the economy, and urban planning. We can also implement policy that aim to protect the environment and promote sustainable use of natural resources, develop programs that support gender development and women's empowerment, encourage technological innovation, and run public awareness campaigns. By taking these steps, we can better prepare for and navigate the complexities of demographic transition, ensuring a more stable and prosperous future for all. As inhabitants of our planet, particularly as Filipinos, we may have some awareness of the concept of demographic transition. However, we often overlook its profound impact and our capacity to contribute positively. As a DevCom student, we want to educate ourselves and spread awareness about this matter to make a small but significant steps towards sustainable future for ourselves and generation to come. Remember, even seemingly small actions can create meaningful change. Let this video discussion inspire reflection on the fate of our country and the world at large. That's all, and thank you for listening.